So let's now talk about Studio Link. We actually talked about Studio Link a bit earlier, but what I will do in this case is I will show you like how it works actually inside of the document itself. So what Studio Link is that it will allow you to work on a document outside of an Affinity publisher without closing an Affinity publisher. By this, I mean that I can go and work around on this picture if I want. Let me actually work around on this picture in Affinity Photo without leaving Affinity Designer. All I need to do is select the picture and switch to the photo persona, and it immediately transformed into Affinity Photo document. It's the same thing. Don't worry, they're exactly the same thing. As you can see, the context menu changed on the top. I can go and add an auto contrast if I want. I can go and add an auto levels if I want. I can go with an auto colors if I want. I can go with an auto white balance if I want. It's as simple as that. I can like open the assistant if I want. As you can see, it immediately changed the document like entirely. Okay, let's work with this one as well. Add an auto contrast, colors and everything. And boom, as simple as that. That's because of the Studio Link. Because I have Affinity Photo installed on the computer as well, it actually allows me to jump to the Affinity Photo without jumping out of an Affinity publisher. And even if I want to use the brush tools, in this case it's a brush selection tools, but if I want to use a brush tool like this one, paint brush tool, and I want to paint above something, like just like that, I can do that. I can do exactly that. It's as simple as that. I can go and change the brushes if I want. I can go and add a different type of brushes. Now let's add some type of maybe a spray and splatter. Maybe if I want to add like something like very like some like splatter on top, and I just take this and put it on the bottom, not even bottom than that. It will actually look pretty good. That's actually how you can work around with this. I can splatter this all over the place if I wish to do so, and I can add some more flair to the book. It actually looks pretty good. And by the way, if you didn't see it, it's difficult to see on this type of font because this font is not that great looking. The splatter is on the bottom layer, so it's not affecting the text itself. As you can see, you can clearly see it behind the picture. So I can actually splatter all around the place and add some kind of flair. And this is not actually the best example because this is a very bad splatter, but you can do this, and you cannot do this inside of an Affinity publisher. You can only do this inside of Affinity Photo, and because of that, if you don't want to like export a document, like save the document and open the document outside again, like open it or like export it as PDF, open it Affinity Photo, continue like edit it there, etc., etc. If you don't want to do this, you can do this right from here. How cool is that? This is the amazing thing to do. And this allows you to do such things as well. You can even go and like good to do the mesh warps, etc. So you can even warp the thing however you want. It's as cool as that. Let's just don't warp it right here. You can add flood fills. You can add erasers. Like every single thing that is available in Affinity Photo, you can do. And you can do the same with Affinity Designer as well. You can jump to Affinity Designer and work on it like an Affinity Designer document. If you want to add curves, if you want to add corner tools, if you want to use pen tool, it's actually available in Affinity Publisher as well, but still, like you can do a lot of things right here. Pencil tool and all the additional things that you have on the top just like that. Different vectors, different things. It's an amazing thing to have, and if you can use it, if you have an Affinity Designer and Affinity Photo, and hey, if you have an Affinity publisher, like you 100% should have both of these software because they together work simply amazingly. They are just simply amazing. You can do this. And let me just jump back to the Affinity publisher persona, and yep, all the tools are back just like that. You can do the same thing with the other software as well, like other Affinity software, and this one just increases for me the Affinity Designer's price like tenfold. As you can see, like the picture looks way better than it looked before. Way better than it looked before. And just this because just the one button press, I pressed and changed the colors automatically and got back. How cool is that? I highly suggest you to use Affinity Studio Link. Well, this will be it for this one. Let's go to the next one.